Hi everyone and welcome to a new Football Manager experiment. I'm trying to get back to the normal Sunday uploads for this series and get back into the swing of things as we've sort of had a break recently. So today it's involving the English Premiership and in particular Liverpool and Man United. What I have done is swap Robin van Persie with Luis Suarez. So Van Persie is a Liverpool player. It's going to be interesting to see how he gets on. If he gets as many goals as he has been getting at Man United. Obviously recently, since January, his goals have dried up in real life, but he's still got quite a few goals this season. And of course Suarez has got a hell of a lot of goals this season as well. I've kept the contracts exactly the same as they are in real life, so Van Persie is going to be earning 180k a week at Liverpool, whereas Suarez is earning 100k a week at Man United. I do think his stats are slightly low actually, finishing wise, composure wise. They're should be improved on FM14, I think, as he's been getting a lot of goals this season. But we shall see how he gets on at Man United and how Robin van Persie gets on at Liverpool. I'll do 3 seasons, holiday at 3 seasons, and stop it after each season and see how they've got on, how many goals they've scored, how many assists, and also how well the teams have done in various competitions. So yeah, I'm going to holiday at the first season and see how they get on. So at the end of the first season, you can see Man United won the league with 78 points and Liverpool finished 5th with 66 points. So, yeah, Arsenal all the way down in 7th here, Swansea relegated. Interesting table. But we'll have a look at the stats, see if Van Persie or Suarez were top scorers. And Berbatov was top scorer with 21 goals. Van Persie and Suarez not on that list at all. But we'll go to the individual player. See how Suarez did for Man United. And he got 15 goals in the league in 36 appearances, 6 assists, 24 goals overall in the season in 53 games. Not bad. Yeah, 24 goals is a steady number, isn't it? Let's see how he did in comparison to the rest of the team. In fact, he was top scorer for Man United, ahead of Rooney, Kagor in 3rd, Noni Hernandez, and a very good average rating as well. 4th highest average rating, 7.35, so very impressive seasons for Suarez. Had a big impact on the team, 15 goals in the league as well. And let's quickly see how they did in other competitions. Lost the FA Cup final against Arsenal on penalties. Got to the Champions League quarter-final, but lost against Barcelona. And League Cup, where is it? Here we go, they won the final, 2-1 against Bolton. Suarez with one of the goals. For Liverpool, the top scorer was Van Persie, 19 goals, not as many as Suarez got, and a good 7.26 average rating. So if we go to his attributes, he got 17 goals in the league, more than Suarez in fact, 2 more than Suarez. And he played a lot less games, only 25 games. And played less games overall, 19 goals in 33 appearances, 3 assists as well over the season. So goals wise, he's done actually probably slightly better goals per games ratio, but obviously Liverpool haven't been playing in any major competitions. Well, they haven't been playing in the Champions League anyway. I don't know how they did in the Euro Cup. They got knocked out in the first knockout round against Athletic Bilbao, and they got knocked out in the 5th round of the FA Cup against Watford, and the Capital One Cup quarter-final against Bolton, who obviously lost in the final. So there you go, that's how they've got on in the first season. I'll holiday another 2 more and see how they get on. So at the end of the second season, Man United once again won the league, running away with it this time with 86 points. Man City on 81, but look at Liverpool down in 10th. What on earth happened to them? They were lost 15 games, won 16, 55 points. They just, I don't have any explanation for that at all. It's incredible how poorly they did. But we'll look at the player stats and see if Van Persie did anything for Liverpool this season. Top scorer was a Watford player, Forestieri, and Shane Long second. Very interesting. Tadinari Elite. Watford did very well in the Premiership in their first season. And assists wise, Wayne Rooney. But we're going to see how Suarez did for Man United. Goals-wise, top scorer Rooney. Suarez, very poor goals-wise this season. Only 7 goals, 7.24 average rating. Although they're playing him on the left wing. I don't know why they're doing that. Attributes-wise and stats-wise, only 5 goals in the league in 18 games. He must have picked up some sort of injury because he only played 26 games all season. 7 goals, 4 assists. As you can see, he played the majority of the games on the left wing this season though, which is probably why he didn't get too many goals. Only 4 games as a striker, and in those 4 games he got a pretty poor average rating. So that explains things and explains why he didn't get many goals, and it was a relatively poor season. Average rating was okay, and missed quite a few games. But having said that, Man United did win the league, and in the Champions League they got to the semi-final, knocked out by Lyon in the end. FA Cup knocked out by Everton in the 5th round, and the League Cup, I don't know where they got to. They got knocked out by Swansea. So we'll have a look at Liverpool and see how Van Persie did at the club. He was 2nd top scorer behind Barini, 7.11 average rating, which is below Suarez's, but he did get a much higher average rating, and he's got more goals. Much higher goals, not average rating. He's injured at the moment as well for 2 months, but he was played up front, so that's a big difference. But only 9 goals in 23 games in the league, 16 overall, 3 assists, and a horrible season for Liverpool in the league anyway. Have a quick look at positions he played. 34 games up front. Suarez only played 4. So that is the biggest reason for Van Persie scoring a lot more goals this season. Competition-wise, Euro Cup, they lost in the final against Arsenal. Van Persie did get a goal, but Arsenal win another trophy. FA Cup, how did they get on? Knocked out on penalties by Chelsea in the semi-final. And League Cup, knocked out by Chelsea again in the 4th round. So a holiday at 1 more season, see how both of them get on, see how the clubs get on. Liverpool have a different manager, Manuel Pellegrini, but a very unsuccessful season for Liverpool. Hopefully they can improve on that with Van Persie up front, and maybe Suarez will get a few more games as the main striker this season. So in the last season, Man United had a poor season, finishing 4th. Chelsea won the league with 89 points, and Liverpool once again finished 5th, improving on their 10th place in the 2nd season. But we'll have a look at the stats, as that's what this experiment is all about. And Suarez was in the top goal scorers list this time, finished 4th with 16 goals. He was top scorer with 18 goals, an average of 7.13. I think that's his lowest average yet though, but played a lot more games this season, 40 games. Rooney was 2nd top scorer. Just look at him individually, 16 goals in the league in 13 starts and 18 sub-appearances, so it doesn't look like he was their main striker in terms of starting every game. He came off the bench more often than not, but 18 goals overall and only 1 assist this season. But he did start up, well, most of his appearances were up front, mainly off the bench of course, but at least he was playing up front. When he plays up front, he scores goals. When he's stuck on the left, he just isn't as effective, goals-wise. So, but they didn't win the league this season, did they? So, I guess maybe when he was on the left, they did win the league. Liverpool had an incredibly poor season goals-wise in terms of a top scorer. Vladimir Weiss, 11 goals, top scorer. Then Nelson Oliveira and Coutinho. And Robin Van Persie, only 8 goals this season, 7.19 average rating. Only played 23 games. He just doesn't get enough games, mainly because of injuries probably. And a pretty disappointing season for him. 8 goals in total. 5 more. Yeah, he got 5 assists, so that's more than Suarez, but still. Similar average rating, slightly better in fact. But he's just not getting as many goals. He got more goals in the 2nd season, of course, but 1st and 3rd season, Suarez has got more goals, and obviously won a lot more competitions. I forgot to look at the fixtures for United, but we'll look at that after this. Liverpool knocked out 4th round FA Cup and knocked out by Man United in the Capital One Cup final. So 3 pretty poor seasons for Liverpool. Finished 5th twice, but no Champions League football, even with Van Persie in the team. Man United knocked out the semi-final FA Cup by Stoke, and the first knockout round of the Champions League by Bayern Munich, and they lost the Capital One Cup final 3-2 against Newcastle. So, pretty disappointing season for Man United. They're most disappointing out of the 3. Manager is Andre Villas-Boas, who's taken over from Alex Ferguson. So maybe that's a bearing as well. Without Alex Ferguson, they didn't win the league. But there we go. That's the experiment over. Suarez and Van Persie, a mixture of seasons for both of them. But they did okay. But I don't know what your thoughts are. Put them in the comment section below. Are you surprised by those outcomes, or is that what you would expect? So yeah, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you've got any more suggestions, put them in the comment section below. And I shall see you in the next Football Manager experiment. Thank you for watching, guys.